One time with DissiNotRA.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. Today, I'm going to share with you how I make my piano samples in Reason Studios. Even though I must admit, I'm kind of hesitant because you know how it is, you're a beat maker and you're like, my tricks are mine. And you just don't want to like share it with nobody. Even though I must say, it's not really hard to figure out. It's very, very simple. And I think a lot of people do that already, but still. My ego and stuff, you know, somewhere in your mind you want to believe you're like uniquely doing this in a very specific way that nobody should know. Also, real quick, a side note, sorry to the little community. You know me, I usually comment on your videos and I usually like everything you do. I know I've been absent. It's because, like I mentioned in the last video, I moved from LA to Germany after about almost 10 years being away from Germany. And it took a little bit more out of me than I thought it would, so I'm a little bit culture shocked. But again, this is a whole video in itself. There's a bunch of stuff coming. It's just very hard to edit everything. So I will be back. I am back. I'm already here. Everything is in the works. Anyway, enough with the excuses. Here is how I create my piano samples in Reason Studios. So here we are in Reason Studios. So first of all, what you want to do, instead of creating a Midi piano thing, like here for example, we have our American pop piano in our radical piano instrument. Sounds like this. Sorry, a little bit loud. I played this with my Midi controller with my M audio. But instead of doing this, we want to open a real audio track and connect, ideally through an audio interface, with an aux cable directly from your out on your real piano or stage piano to the in on your audio interface. Just like you would do it with the microphone like this. Test 1, 2. Now, right here, you can see when I play this piano, it triggers it right there in Reason Studios as an audio track. So the next thing I'm going to do is just record a chord on the piano. You know me, I love lo-fi music, so I'm gonna go a la lo-fi, very jazzy chords. Okay, so we're just gonna go with one chord for now. Click is already on. Let's find something. Just like this, for example. Ooh, I like this one. I like this. Okay, volume is pretty fine. We're gonna click record. Messed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have our little sample here. For some weird reason, I did everything already. I already finished everything, and then I noticed that the video that I recorded did not record the sound from my Reason because of the audio settings. But now I'm back and I'm basically recreating what I just already did. So once you have your audio like this, which is already beautiful, we, especially for this case, want to make it a little bit more lo-fi. So I'm already adding effects to it. Now this is just step 1, but here is how it sounds when you add effects to it. So obviously we got to use our automatic retro transformer right here. Now we have here, let's turn this on. We have here selected vinyl. That gives you that beautiful vinyl sound. Watch this. You hear that beautiful cracking? Is that pretty? Now there's different types. Tape, for example. You can hear that it's a little bit like that tape type of sound. Here you can control how much you want to transform it. Back to vinyl, wet, dry, and so on. I already did this before, but like I said, it cut out my audio. So this is already set the right way. Now we got this sound. Beautiful vinyl sound. And we are going to add a reverb. Now you can add any reverb, and you can do this with any effects that you want, right? I'm just using those right now randomly because I love it. Now listen to this. we have that beautiful reverb right there. Now, obviously, you can control how much reverb you want to have and so on. It's a little bit drier, a little bit wetter. There we go. Now, I added something else. I added my beautiful Synchronus. I love it. Now, let's watch this, how it looks. Let's turn this on. I went on breather, and I didn't even change anything around. Now, watch how it sounds now. Ah! Isn't that not beautiful? Isn't that freaking amazing? So far, we got a pretty cool sounding sample right now. Instead of having to copy paste this everywhere in your song, you can make it way easier. Basically, we are going to take this whole area here. We're going to File, Export Loop as Audio File. Obviously, I'm going into my samples folder, to be exact, all the samples that I made myself. And I'm calling this Airy Lo-Fi Piano July 2021. Like I said, when I recorded this earlier already, I already did it, so I don't have to save it. Cancel. Now, we can put this aside. Next thing you want to do, you want to go to your, or my beautiful, NN19 sampler. Right here, when you click on Browse Sample, not Browse Patch, Browse Sample, you can choose your sample. I already did choose this one. And then you want to right click here and edit your sample. Now, I already did this earlier, so I cut the sample just like this, the way I wanted it. I cropped it. Remember, we had a little space in the beginning. Cut this out. Now, in reality, I would fade out here, fade in, but we already faded and everything, so we don't have to do that. Just so you can see what I mean real quick. This sample right here, as you can see, I faded it in earlier, faded it out earlier as well. And I left this little space here in the beginning because I don't want to cut it here, because look what happens when I cut it here. You see the beginning, that bling is gone. So I left that space here in the beginning, which I then had to cut off here in the sampler. Now, guess what? Once it's here in the sampler, let's put this aside again. Once it's here in the sampler, I can just go to my Midi device and play it from my Midi device. Beautiful! Isn't that freaking pretty? Now, all you gotta do is turn on your click and play a melody in the tempo that you want and create a beat around it. So, here we go. That's our little loop, and then I obviously created a little beat to it as well. And then we have this. Take out the click. Beautiful. All that's missing now is a bass line. You know what I'm saying. So that's it. This is how you create your beautiful piano sample. And as you can hear, it doesn't even sound at all as if we made it ourselves. It literally sounds like we took it from some type of vinyl. This is brilliant. And as you can see, you can do this with any audio, with your voice. I do this a lot with my voice, or how I did it back in the days, you can do it with all sorts of things and create sounds. You can go back to my videos and see how I created a beat with only girl bathroom supplies. I used all of the girl bathroom supplies and made some samples out of it. Or when I made a beat out of kitchen supplies. You can go back into my videos and watch this. So it's really, really easy. As soon as you have an audio track, you can record something through the mic or right into your audio interface with an aux cable, then add some effects on it, then load it to your sampler, and boom! There you go. So that's it. I hope this was really helpful to you guys, as it was for me. And I hope you can create some beautiful, in this case, lo-fi beats or whatever music you want to create. And I hope you have as much fun with Reason Studios as I have. Let's get to the outro. That's it, everyone. See how easy that is? See how much variation you can create? What a beautiful program Reason Studios is, and how beautiful is music in general. Isn't it so healing? As usual, if you have any questions or ideas, let me know in the comments below. So hectic. And don't forget to check the links, there's awesome stuff to discover. Like, for example, this oh my god t-shirt right here. And as always, much love to everyone, stay focused and have a blessed now. Mwah!